Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a super intriguing and, let's be honest, pretty wild topic, the claims of someone known as the Psychic Flesh Man. What's that about? Well, this character is making some unbelievable statements about being a trillionaire and even having the entire country on lockdown. So grab your snacks and let's unravel this crazy story together. So, first things first, who the heck is the Psychic Flesh Man? You might have heard this name floating around online. It seems he's gotten quite a bit of attention for his bizarre claims. He describes himself as a psychic and often shares insights that he claims come from a higher understanding. But honestly, his real claim to fame recently is that he's a trillionaire. Yeah, you heard me right, a trillionaire. It's not often that you hear about someone with that level of wealth, so let's take a moment to think about what that even means for this guy and the perception people have of him. Now, onto the big claim $1 trillion settlement. He argues that this settlement is supposed to change everything for everyone. Imagine what you could do with that kind of money. But here's the catch: there's been little to no evidence backing this up. Financial analysts have been scratching their heads, questioning where his money even came from. It's raised a lot of eyebrows in the media, and let's just say not everyone is buying into this story. But what if it was true? Imagine the opportunities. It's wild to think about how that could impact the economy and our daily lives. Now let's shift gears to the lockdown he claims was necessary because of crime rates. He suggests that this measure was for public safety and to figure out a new and better system. Sounds serious, right? His lockdown reportedly had many folks doubting the necessity and purpose. People were anxious and confused about whether this was really the right move. In a world where we've seen various lockdowns for different reasons, how does his approach compare? The public reaction has been mixed, to say the least. Some people were all for safety and security, but others felt their freedoms were being taken away in the name of safety. You can imagine how heated those discussions got on social media. Speaking of that new and better system, what does that even look like? According to the Psychic Flesh Man, this new system is supposed to solve numerous problems facing society today. He talks big about innovative changes and revolutionary ideas that could lead to a safer, more prosperous future. Sounds great in theory, right? But let's pump the brakes for a second. Experts and analysts are quickly pointing out the vague details and asking some tough questions about practicality. Would this system actually work? Would it genuinely address the underlying issues? Or is it just a lofty dream? The potential benefits sound nice and all, but let's not forget about the possible drawbacks too. It's crucial to consider all angles before getting swept up in the hype. All right, let's talk about how the media has been covering the Psychic Flesh Man's claims. From sensational headlines to critical op-eds, this story has generated quite a buzz. Social media has been ablaze with reactions, people sharing memes, making jokes, and of course, dissecting every word he says. Platforms like Twitter and TikTok have become battlegrounds for opinions on his outrageous stories. It's fascinating how these platforms shape our understanding of truth and credibility. Are we living in a world where the wildest stories can trend overnight? It seems so, and we need to stay aware of what we're consuming. To wrap this up, we've taken quite a ride through the claims of the Psychic Flesh Man. We covered who he is, his wild claims about being a trillionaire, the controversial lockdown, and the elusive new and better system. It's a lot to think about, isn't it? These claims challenge our views and make us ponder the potential impacts of such bold statements on society. Thanks for sticking around for this wild and wacky ride. If you enjoyed this chat, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe. I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. What do you think about the Psychic Flesh Man and his crazy claims? Or do you have any other topics you'd like me to cover next? Until next time, stay curious.